surprised she didn't draw a picture. That don't make no sense. I'm trying to tell you, you better treat her right to the end of your days. And I ain't playing.
What's going on, Jay? Clarissa, how you doing? We're back. You made it on time, Jay. You're the first one in the group. I guess that's part of being a teacher, right? How is everybody doing today? Welcome in, welcome in. Glad to have you back. Glad to be back. We been back. That's my sister, everybody. Talisha, how you doing? Nikki, how you doing? Everybody ready? Tiffany. Michelle is on. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Ian, heard you doing the cooking today, bro. Can't wait to see what you gonna put out. I'm interested. Time to burn. Hey, Janae. Ian, we're not gonna be doing a lot of cooking on the stove. We're gonna be a lot of doing hands-on and making our slaw and our aioli. And guys, please, before we really get started, please make sure you are liking and you are sharing this page. Share this video. And as you saw my post today, that the video will be posted on my YouTube channel. Chef Ken Robinson is a YouTube channel, so please subscribe. All of the videos will be on there from now on. So you can no longer see them on Facebook after the class. Cameron, what's going on? Renee, hey. H, did you get enough crab meat for your family? Hey, Georgette. Sierra, how you doing? Get a few more people in, and then we're going to give the rundown of what I want to see or what you should have in front of you. Hopefully, for the sake of you and the ease of cooking, that you follow the prep steps, you got everything done already. If not, good luck keeping up. Hey, Tracy, how you doing, darling? Hey, Ellie, how are you? Marquita, how you doing, darling? Hey, how many people are you cooking for today? What's going on, Ari? Oh, Clarissa says she's ready. Who else is ready? Who else followed the prep steps and are ready and prepared for today's class? Because it could be really easy. Kathy, you're watching today? Hey, Tracy. Toya, welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. Hey, Mom, how are you? Did you finish your prep? Hey, Sharon. Oh, Jay, you cooking too? I thought you were just gonna watch, but you're out here. I like it. Tracy's ready. I'm so excited to have you guys back. I'm excited to be cooking with you guys. I'm so excited just to be able to cook with you and show you what's going on in this kitchen. All right. So, before we get started, what you need to have is going to be quite a few things. I have a baking sheet right here. If you have a really good nonstick baking sheet, that's fine. You don't need foil. I like foil on mine. I have the oven salt on broil, a high broil. I have my crab cake mix already ready to go right here. Hi, Gabby. Hi, darling. How are you? Hello from the Ravenels and hello back. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to portion our crab meat and get that going in the oven. And then after that, we are going to make our slaw. So I have 3 bowls that we're going to need for today's class. 3 mixing bowls. I have a whisk. I have a spatula. Measuring spoons. Measuring cups. And all of my prep for the slaw. And then beside that, I have mayonnaise, lemon juice, dill. What's going on, TJ? Hey, brother. and garlic. And that's going to be for the dill aioli. So, like I said, baking sheet. If you have a great nonstick baking sheet, you don't need foil. Other than that, line it. Hey, wifey. Make sure your oven's set on broil, a high broil. 3 mixing bowls, a whisk, spatula, all of your prep ingredients. Hopefully your cabbage is already cut. Hopefully you've already julienned your bell peppers and jalapenos. You should have already chiffonaded your cilantro. If not, hope you got a great sharp knife because we're going to be moving today. If you follow the prep step, this is a really easy class. You should sit back and enjoy. As you see, there's no wine bottle today, guys, so no wine break. We took 2 weeks off. That's all the break you needed. What's going on, Matt? How you doing, sir? Judy, welcome. Meg, welcome. I'm going to give you guys about 2 to 3 more minutes to get your mise en place ready. Make sure you have everything out in front of you so you keep up. Yes, sir. Mr. Brady, one time for you. I know you wanted it. All right, make sure your oven's on broil, guys. All right, you got 2 minutes. You are on the clock. Make sure you have everything ready. I hope you follow the prep steps. Today, I'm a little feisty. I've missed you guys. I've missed this class. I miss cooking. And so I'm just happy to be back. So we're going to start light today. And once again, if you have any ideas, anything you want to see for next week's class, please post them. Send me a message. Please like, comment, and share this video. And after today's class, it will be posted on my YouTube channel. So anything that we've done in the past, other videos that I've made, other classes that I've done that were not live, you can find on that page. And as well as about, hopefully in 2 weeks, we'll be starting a Cooking with Kids class that I'll post videos on that page as well. We won't do that live. That might be too much with Cooking with a Kid live. But we'll post some videos, some great recipes. Of course, there's a jerk chicken egg roll request. What's going on, Millie Rock? Welcome, brother. What's going on, Rogers? How you doing? All right, guys. Final walkthrough of what we need. Non-stick baking pan. I have mine lined with foil for the sake of ease of cleaning. I have my oven on broil high. I have all my mise en place ready. My crab cake mix. My ingredients for my aioli. And then 3 mixing bowls with a spatula and whisk. My cabbage and carrots. And everything else. Measuring spoons and measuring cups. So when you guys are ready, we're about to rock and roll.
Why did you flip the camera?
Well, I'm feisty. She's feisty, guys.
I don't know.
All right, so we're going to take our non-stick pan and just do a nice little drizzle of olive oil on the sheet.
It's close to your face.
We're going to take our crab cake mix. We're going to portion into half-cup portions. We should make for a nice lump crab cake. And we're going to bake in the oven for a simple reason of we don't want it to overcook. A lot of people like to do it on the stove top in a saute pan, which is good. But generally, when you do it in a saute pan or on the stove, you tend to kind of smash it down and thin it out, and you get an overcooked crab cake. We're going to put this in the oven and bake it on broil for about 10 to 12 minutes. You know, we want the outside nice and crispy, but we still want a little bit of moisture inside our crab cake. You don't want a dry crab cake. So make sure you portion it. You just want to make sure it's kind of nice and tight. And the reason why it was so important that we did it beforehand is because it's hard to portion a crab cake when it's still at room temperature. You want to make sure that egg and mayonnaise, your crackers, really bind together and give you a good consistency in your crab cake. So we're measuring half-cup portions. When we're talking about crab cake, you know, crab meat is expensive. Everybody has already probably found out by now. But we use lump meat. And lump meat is a mixture of the meat from the body and broken down pieces of the jumbo lump. And the jumbo lump is the meat that you get out of the 2 claws. Because there's only 2 of them, that's why it's so expensive, because you don't get much jumbo meat out of a crab. So, I think I paid, what, $22 for 1 pound of lump. Pretty expensive.
Hey, Jay. What size is that cup that you're using?
This is a 1/2 cup measuring cup.
Could they use a smaller size
Yes,
if they choose to?
You can portion depending on how many people you're feeding or what your portion size is. This is going to be a nice 4 to 4 ounce crab cake. So I got 5 out of that. If you go a little bit smaller. So as you can see, I just really molded it without smashing it down. We added the parsley and the red bell pepper just for good color. Most traditional Maryland style crab cakes won't have bell pepper in there, but this is ours. We're gonna make it our own and cook it the way we want. So once you have your crab meat portioned and on a sheet tray, once your oven's hot on broil, we're gonna throw it in the oven on the top shelf, the one closest to the broiler. Like I said, we want that nice crispy color, that crispy skin, nice golden brown color. So we're gonna do that for about 10 minutes. And just because we don't want to forget, we're gonna set a timer today. All right, now the fun part. So, when we're making this slaw, well, first and foremost, is everybody got crab meat in the oven? We're good to go.
Thumbs up if you have your crab meat in the oven and you're ready for the next step. Yes, oven is preheated on broil. High.
High.
We don't want to leave anybody, so just want to make sure y'all are ready.
I'll leave them.
We got a cut. Jay's ready.
Oh, Jay came to cook today.
Jay's our only one. No, we are not ready.
I told you guys, no wine break today. Michelle, how you enjoying that new knife of yours? Is it making your prep a lot easier? Are you enjoying that knife? I feel like a kid around Christmas with a new knife.
Y'all excuse our cabinets. I was in the mood for home improvement projects and I only finished 1/2.
So as we get into, we're not starting yet, get into the slaw, we'll talk about prep and julienne and slicing and dicing and all that kind of stuff.
Yes, Kathy, top row of the oven. And place your timer on for 10 minutes. So we don't forget it.
Yes, please set your own timer for 10 minutes once you put it in the oven. Mine will probably go off before yours, but that's fine. We just want to make sure that we are checking it periodically as well. All right, I'm going to give you about 30 more seconds to get those crab cakes portioned. And hopefully, Cameron, you have your crab cake mix already ready to go. And you're not doing it as we speak.
His wife helped him out on that.
Already saved them.
Mm-hmm. She had everything lined up, labeled, and everything.
Must be nice, Cameron. All right, guys. 30 seconds up. All right, so if you've already chiffonaded your cabbage, we're looking for about 3 cups, depending on how many people you're feeding. But right now I'm taking a whole head, I'm cutting into quarters, and I'm just making it cut to remove the core. So cut the head in half. Uh-oh, we got a good question coming.
It's not a good question. It's Omar. He said, "Hello, chef. Sorry I was late. Can I talk about my schedule? I want weekends off."
Omar, we'll talk after this class, sir. But you're probably not getting weekends off, buddy. All right, so we take our head of cabbage. We quarter it, cut it in half, and cut each half in half. And then we're just going to make simple cuts right along the base of each quarter. And we're just removing the core. So right here, you should have 4 pieces that you cut off each quarter. It makes it easier for removing the core.
Oh, I forgot his dog. Sorry, Cam. He told me to stop telling his business.
So next we're gonna take that quarter, we're gonna lay it flat to where it's not rocking either way. I'm gonna hold it my 3-finger technique, and we're just gonna shred this cabbage. Like I said, depending on how many people you're feeding, you only need 3 cups. If you got more than that, cabbage keeps really well in a airtight Ziploc bag. So when we talk about the 3-finger technique, I'm having my index finger, middle finger, and ring finger hold the ingredients. The knife is resting on the flat surface of my knuckle, and I'm just riding that back and forth and just working my hand back while guiding the ingredients with my pinky and my thumb. So you get a nice, beautiful chiffonade, which is a julienne of leafy vegetables.
Jimmy Andrews is on. I needed this earlier. I winged it. How to cut up the cabbage.
So once again, I'm gonna take my cabbage, my quarter. I'm gonna lay it flat, 3 fingers to hold it, and it's nice thin cuts.
Welcome everybody that is joining. Please share, like and share the video, like and share. Jamie Andrews says hi, he's admiring your work.
Hey Jamie, welcome in, sir. Good to see you.
Aista says she shredded her cabbage.
That's fine. The thinner the better. We're just gonna have that mixture when we add our vinegar and lime juice. So next we're gonna take our matchstick carrots, or shredded carrots if you bought them prepared already. And we're gonna add a cup of those to our cabbage mix. Take a little crunch. Next, if you've already julienned your bell pepper, we're gonna add that next. You should have half of a bell pepper left over from the half that you diced for the crab cake. If not, same thing, 3-finger technique. And we are just making matchsticks. It didn't really matter on the color of your bell pepper. Probably should use red or yellow to kind of offset the color of orange with the carrots, but I wasn't thinking that far ahead. So we're gonna add that half a bell pepper into our slaw. Next is the jalapeno, which you should already sliced, but if not, same thing, 3-finger technique. I'm riding the flat surface of my knuckle, and we're just gonna add this to our slaw. There is no measurement on this. Add the amount that you are comfortable with.
Could I use red cabbage and swap shrimp for crab?
Cooked shrimp, red cabbage, the answer is yes. And crab and shrimp, or technically you would have to cook the shrimp first, and you would make more of a shrimp salad than a shrimp cake. But you could, and we'll talk about that after the class, because a few different steps you got to add. So I'm adding, because my wife is a spice fanatic, I'm going to say I'm adding about a 1/4 cup of jalapenos. And these are fresh jalapenos, so I'd probably taste 1 or 2 to see the spice level. Because you know the spice comes from the seeds, and some can be sweet and some can be spicy.
Gail, did you get that? You might have to message him or video chat after the class so that he can help you prepare that the right way.
I'm going to chiffonade my cilantro. So I'm going to take the whole bunch, ball it up nice and tight, almost roll it and tuck so we get everything exposed.
My mouth is on fire looking at all that jalapeno.
And the good thing about cilantro is the stem has good flavor as well. So we use everything that comes with the cilantro. I got everything nice and tight and my 3 fingers ready to go. And for this, the knife does not come off the cutting board. I'm just going in a nice slow motion tip on the cutting board. I'm going to rock it nice down to the heel and bring that knife right back. And so we're chiffonading.
Jay said he was watching YouTube. Like, what is chiffonade?
Chiffonade is just a julienne of leafy vegetables, or a fine shred of leafy vegetables. And I'm going to add about half a cup of cilantro. I can't get enough cilantro. And cilantro is that one herb that either you really love or you really hate. Some people are born with cilantro tasting like soap. If you have that, I feel sorry for you, but cilantro is one of the great herbs that we are blessed with.
Yep, Ellie. We have 53 more seconds, excuse me. Thanks, Tracy.
So I have about 45 seconds left on my crab cake. We're going to pan over here real quick. And just to see how we're starting to get that color on there, that skin. But as you can see, because of the oven and that broil, it's not cooking evenly. So we're just going to rotate the pan. And just make sure with a spatula real quick. I just want to get up under that crab cake and kind of just move it around. You don't stick.
Can I use dry cilantro?
Yes, but you won't get as good a flavor. Cilantro, because we're technically going to add coriander, which is the seed of the... That's my timer. I'm going to set that for another 4 minutes.
Another 4 minutes.
Yes. And after about 2 minutes of that, I'm going to take that and drop it to the bottom shelf and let the last 2 minutes cook in the oven just to get that heat and make sure it cooks all the way through. Because we're looking for a good internal temperature of about 135 to 145 as far as temperature goes. All right, now we're going to make the liquid for our slaw.
So do what when the timer goes off?
So check your crab cake, look at the color of it. You can feel the size of it still might be lukewarm, so it's not as hot as we want it to be. If they're not browning evenly on all the crab cakes, just rotate your pan and put it back in for another 3 to 4 minutes. I'm going to check mine in 2.
Thanks, Tracy. Should we wait till the 10 minutes to move it around?
No, but you don't want to spend extra time messing with the crab cake when you're already in a good spot.
Janae said hers are pretty dark.
Then go ahead and drop it to the bottom shelf, Janae. You might have a better oven than we're using.
Jay, he's going to do 2 minutes on that top shelf just because ours needed a little more color. If yours have enough color, then you can go ahead and drop it down and do it on that bottom shelf for the last 4 minutes.
So for our...
Hold on 1 sec for the sauce. We need a little break.
We'll slow down a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody take about a good minute. Check your crab cakes, rotate them. If you feel like they're getting too dark, like I said, we're looking for a good...
Let me show them ours.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're looking for a good golden brown color. I like that. It's crispy up top. This one is about there.
Oh, the steam is fogging up our camera.
Sorry. So these are good to go. You see it's kind of spreading a little bit. The lump meat is getting hot. It's widening. So I'm going to cook it for about another minute on the top, and then I'm going to drop it to the bottom to keep that heat and let it finish cooking. But what you want is that nice crispy crust with a nice soft moist inside. And that's a perfect crab cake. Matter of fact, I'm just going to drop it now. So we'll put that on the bottom shelf.
In this cabbage, he added bell peppers, cilantro, and jalapeno.
Carrots.
And carrots. How much cilantro did you add?
1/4 cup.
1/4 cup of cilantro. Mine are a tad dark. Go ahead and drop them down.
Yes. All right, guys. So once everybody has checked on their crab cake, you've either rotated it or dropped it to the bottom shelf. Set your timer for another 2 to 3 minutes. And we're going to finish cooking that in the oven. I got about a minute and a half. For the slaw, the liquid portion, we're going to continue to hold for a little bit.
Ellie, did you get that for the cabbage? There's cabbage in there, carrots, bell pepper, jalapeno, and cilantro.
3 cups shredded cabbage, 1 cup of shredded carrots, half of a bell pepper julienned, 1/4 cup of cilantro, and the jalapenos will be based upon your spice level. We added probably 2/3 of a jalapeno.
Okay, I think we're ready. All right. This is your...
So this is for the slaw as well. We're gonna make the liquid mixture. So we're gonna start with a 1/4 cup of rice vinegar, also known as rice wine vinegar. We're gonna start with we're gonna add a 1/4 cup of olive oil. I'm gonna add 4 tablespoons of lime juice. Hello. 2. If you're using fresh squeezed lemons, I would say 2 whole lemons. I'm sorry, limes. So that's 4 tablespoons. 3 tablespoons of sugar. The only thing the sugar is doing is just balancing out the acidity of the vinegar and the lime juice.
How much sugar did you just add?
3 tablespoons. We're going to add a pinch of crushed red pepper. You don't want to overdo it here because don't forget we've already added jalapeno, so we have a good amount of spice.
I'm typing it up, guys, and I'm going to pin it to the screen so that you can see it. But I have to let him go through it in order for me to do that.
1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt. Half a teaspoon of black pepper or seasoned pepper if you've been in this class long enough. And real quick, we're going to pan over here. We're going to remove our crab cakes. Great color. Nice and crispy on the outside. And you can squeeze until you see some moisture on the inside. That's exactly what you want from a crab cake. If your crab cake is dry, if your crab cake, I'll break one open real quick. So we just gonna stew. It's hot, it's moist. You still got great flavor right there. And that's what you're looking for. You want moisture from a crab cake. You don't want to have to overdo it with sauce or remoulade. In this case, an aioli that we're making. To be able to eat a crab cake. You know, crab cake, if this is your first time, it's just one of God's gifts to the world, guys. I make crab cake sandwich. You can eat it in a multitude of ways. Right here, I'm going to add a teaspoon of ground cumin. And a teaspoon of ground coriander. We're going to take all that, and we're just going to whisk that together to really incorporate that sugar. So I want you to whisk it for about a good 30 seconds. Just make sure all your ingredients scrape down the sides of the bowl. Make sure you leave nothing behind.
If y'all can see that, I just pinned the liquid mixture for his slaw. All the measurements are there for you so that you can see them. What if my bottom is browning and not my top?
Then you're probably not cooking on broil. You probably have the oven on regular. And so the heat is coming from the bottom of the oven and not the top.
So check to make sure that you're on broil. We have a few folks that are still making their sauce.
Okay. So once you get that ready, we're just going to pour that right on top. As you can see, I got my spatula just to really scrape down the sides of that bowl and get all that goodness into your slaw. And then we're gonna dive in. So I'll take that mixture and just toss it with our vegetables. And just make sure it's really incorporated. Make sure everything is well tossed and mixed together. You don't want to get a big bite of 4 slices of jalapenos. You don't want to get too much cilantro on a bite. You want a great consistency throughout the whole dish. But the same thing we did with that bowl. You want to scrape down the sides. We're using our hands. We're getting a little dirty today.
Vima, look at the bottom of the screen. You'll see Ken's name, and you'll see an icon like a push pin. And if you tap that, it'll give you all of the measurements that you need for the slaw, for the liquid for the slaw.
Just sometimes when you're going through, you might find something that you messed up on, like, like who cut that? Embarrassing, right? I know. So you go through, pull out some stuff that might be too big. You just tighten them up. So I got 4 of that, one big piece.
I realize I don't have cumin or coriander.
Sorry. Those are 2. It won't make a big difference for the slaw, but like I said, these are ingredients that you want to have ready on hand all the time. So you can add a little more cilantro, and that will help with the coriander. And for cumin, it's not really much of a substitute. You could probably add a little bit. No, I didn't want you to do that.
Can y'all see the pin at the bottom? I see it on my end. Can y'all see it? Okay.
Yes.
Yes. No. Some people are saying yes. Some people are saying no. Not on the computer. Oh. Okay. I'll read it off for those who can't see it. You're doing 1/4 cup of rice vinegar and 1/4 cup of olive oil. Okay. I'm reading it off to you now, Vima and Nikki. I'm reading it off to y'all so y'all can do it. 1/4 cup of rice vinegar and 1/4 cup of olive oil. And then you're going to do 4 tablespoons of lime juice. Thanks, Robert. Yeah, you know we got to help him out, Cam. 3 tablespoons of sugar. Thanks, Gail. Your slaw looks great. Good looking slaw. Pinch of crushed red pepper. 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt. 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper or the seasoned pepper. Oh, good, Jay. He said his is so good.
My man.
1 teaspoon of ground cumin and 1 teaspoon of coriander. For those who can't see it, they said if you scroll up in the comments, you can see it there. Michelle has already eaten one of her crab cakes. Let me go back over here so y'all can see those crab cakes while we get a couple of our friends caught up. There's the one that he broke open.
That's going to be the one she eats too, watch guys.
I'm not going to eat it. I'm just going to taste a little piece to make sure you seasoned it well. Yep, so seasoned the meal. Why didn't you cook?
Who?
Tracy?
Oh, Tracy, I thought you said you were.
She said she's just here for the show. All right, y'all, so we're moving on. I'm coming.
So, typically with a crab cake in most places, you're getting a remoulade, which is just basically a spicy, typical mayonnaise.
Ellie, he took the sauce and he mixed it in with the raw vegetables, and he used his hands to do it. So he got in there and got it mixed in really, really well.
If you want to, you don't want to get your hands dirty. You're in that kind of mode, but you're in your kitchen. You got to feel your food. You got to see what you cut. Feel the greatness of your vegetables that you're chiffonade and julienned. And as you kind of see right here, guys, that your liquid is going to kind of pool to the bottom of the bowl. You want to keep consistently tossing that to make sure that you get great flavor. You want that into the vegetables and not sitting at the bottom of your bowl. So every few minutes, just make sure you come back and retoss it. If you can toss like that.
His fancy toss, y'all.
I don't recommend everybody do that, or it'll be all over your sink or cabinets.
If it were me, it would be all over my shirt.
So we're tossing it, and just to keep that moisture all throughout the vegetables. And you'll see how good it is when you eat that with that crab cake. So there's our slaw. Right here, just dirtied up my spatula. Messing with y'all.
That's fine. They need time, so it works out.
How you doing, Janae? You keep it up with Mr. Feisty today?
Yours is what, Carissa? Did she call you feisty?
She did.
All right.
All right. So we are going to make a dill aioli. And aioli basically is just a garlic mayonnaise. It's just a garlic flavored mayonnaise. For us, we're going to do, if you found roasted garlic, which oddly enough, it wasn't really available now, we're blaming on COVID. Seems like the answer today. But we're going to add half a cup of mayo. If you double the crab cake recipe and you did more for a huge family, you can double this as well. So this is half a cup of mayo. This is going to be a teaspoon of garlic. I said teaspoon. I'm sorry, it's going to be a tablespoon of garlic. 1 tablespoon, guys. Yep, fresh raw garlic right there. We're going to add in a tablespoon of lemon juice. And then if you've already chopped your dill, we're going to add in the dill right there. We're going to whisk that together. I got to cut my dill. And I want about 2 tablespoons of dill. You want that fresh flavor. So make sure it's just finely chopped. And as we're talking about cutting earlier, you kind of see how my cutting board is sliding back and forth. They do have cutting mats that you can put under your cutting board. That will help keep your cutting board stationary. You don't have to worry about that because technically a sliding cutting board is not very safe for you.
Wine break, wine break. We'll let him cut this dill up, Cam, and then we'll take a wine break so I can post the recipe for y'all.
You post it.
Is that the last item? Okay. And they're just going to whisk that together?
Yeah.
Jay, that was lemon juice.
Tablespoon of lemon juice, 2 tablespoons of dill, half a cup of mayonnaise, and a tablespoon of garlic.
Okay. Can y'all see that? I posted it for you. It's there. Auntie Yvette, why are you mad at yourself? Oh, because you didn't have the coriander and the cumin. Your sister said hers is everywhere.
She tried to toss it.
I think she tried to toss it. That was 1 tablespoon of garlic. Cam and Georgette, did y'all get that? 1 tablespoon of garlic. Asta, I posted it down at the bottom. Can you see that? Half a cup mayo, 1 tablespoon of garlic. Oh, that looks delicious. 1 tablespoon of lemon juice and 2 tablespoons of dill. And then you're going to whisk it all together.
And so, guys, you really, I know.
Oh, I don't have any more mayo. It is in the comments. You see it at the bottom, or I think when you're on the computer, you have to scroll. I pinned it though. Y'all lucked up. One of our little ones has gotten out of bed, so Chef is trying to calm her down. Auntie Kim, give me a second, and I will ask for you. How can we remedy that?
So, as you can see on our aioli, it's got a really good consistency. For me, it might be a little thin, so I'm going to add just a touch more mayo. Probably about two to three more tablespoons.
We have somebody who ran out of mayo.
Who ran out of mayo? You can easily substitute sour cream. If you're out of mayo, hopefully you do have some sour cream. That'll give some body. But like I said, I'm going to add some more mayo because I want it just a tad thicker. And you'll just see why. This right here is going to be a great sauce already for your crab cake, but I'm going to thicken mine up just for the plating aspect. And you know how important plating is with us. So taste it.
Y'all, it smells so good, y'all.
So mix it up. Like I said, we're doing... We're cooking. We're not just following Chef Kim's recipe. We're cooking and learning how to make our own aiolis.
Did you respond to the... Okay.
That's good. That's good. I still taste a little more mayonnaise that I like, so I'm going to add a little bit of salt. And I'm going to add...
Jay said he just slapped himself.
And I'm going to add some of my roasted garlic blend. And once again, if you've been cooking with us for a while, you have a few of these in your cabinet.
And I'm not pinning this part, y'all,
because this is my taste buds.
So he tasted it, and from what he tasted, he's going in and seasoning it the way that he would like it, or the way we would like to eat it.
So we added just a touch more garlic.
Mine is delicious. Hey, I'm glad everybody's just turning out good. Yes, y'all.
So we're ready to start plating, guys. I'm even going to add some coriander to mine, just to add a little spice without heat. And so this, like I said, this is a very light summer dinner. If you feel like it's not going to be fulfilling enough, you can add some vegetables. We'll probably maybe, roasted asparagus will go really good with this. Sauteed broccoli with a little bit of lemon juice will be really good. Pair really well with this. I think the slaw and the crab cakes will be fulfilling. But if you need more, just add some more vegetables, some of your favorite vegetables.
Tracy Reeves said, I'm a chef now. That's right. You are, girl.
You just made your first aioli. Congratulations. All right, guys.
No.
Your favorite part.
Favorite part of the class.
We're going to start plating.
Okay. Let me over here.
I kind of switched the game up. I broke out the black plate today.
Oh, God. Okay, I just moved over here.
You can move back. So on my black plate,
Clarissa, he added a little bit of coriander to his in the end.
Yeah, that garlic blend, a little bit of kosher salt, and coriander.
No, Cameron, you weren't supposed to use Worcestershire sauce.
Cameron, the Worcestershire sauce is only for the crab cake mix, but you just add it. It's your aioli. So guys, right here, I'm gonna take my.
Oh Lord. You're going to have folks trying to do a smear on a plate? Okay.
So this is our Dill Aioli. I just took a dollop, and I just smeared it that way. If you're using a spoon, the easiest way would take the round part of the spoon, the base of it, the bottom, put it into the middle of your dollop and push away from yourself. And then turn it the other way and pull back. So that's your smear.
Yes, Tracy, you can. It's on. He won't post them on Facebook anymore. He is going to post them to his YouTube page. So you can go back to the YouTube page and you can watch today's video, and you can also watch all of the previous cooking classes that he's done.
So we're going to take a nice, generous portion of that slaw. We're going to put it on the fat side of the smear. There. Now I'm going to take my crab cake. Like I said, you see, that's the top of it, nice and golden brown. That's the bottom of it, not much color to it. And we're just gonna lay it right against there like that.
Yes, make sure you take pictures and send them to us when you do it.
And on this one, I'm just gonna start as a base right in the middle. I'm not even gonna smear it. I'm gonna let that pull out. The slaw right on top of that. Pile it high, guys. Make it beautiful. Enjoy that fresh slaw that you just made.
Man, he does not have a cookbook. We do not have a cookbook. We just started the YouTube page and trying to get that going. So y'all go to YouTube. His page is
Chef Ken Robinson.
Chef Ken Robinson. And if you also look at his Facebook page, there's a direct link on his Facebook page to the YouTube page. Check it out. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe.
Okay. And then we're just going to top it off with a little bit of olive oil, guys.
Boom. There's one. There's two.
And if you have lemon, if you put just a nice quarter of a lemon right there beside that crab cake, it'll set it off perfectly.
Y'all know how serious we take our plating. No problem.
So once again, guys, we thank you very much for joining. We hope you have learned a few things. You learned how to make an aioli. We made a slaw from scratch. You made your first time, or for a lot of you, making your own crab cake. We baked it in the oven for a reason of we don't want to dry it out. So I hope it's still nice and moist with great flavor. If you have any more questions, send me a private message or even inbox me on Facebook. Please subscribe to Chef Ken YouTube channel. All the videos will be posted on there for future use. We'll be posting other things. We'll be starting off with a kids cooking class, and that will be on the YouTube channel and not live. Thank you for your support. We appreciate you being here. We enjoy you. If you've enjoyed the class, this free class has done a lot for you, please send us a tip at the Cash App is Chef Ken Rob. $1, whatever, it doesn't matter. We just appreciate the token of love and support. It just helps buy more utensils and provide the food that we cook and stuff like that. So we thank you guys. Any more questions before we log off? If not, thank you. And we'll see y'all next week.
Thanks. Bye, guys.